welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. I know it's been a minute since the last time I did post. The last thing that I had posted, you guys, was did he like California? Most of you guys know that I currently was just out of town to go visit my family, which was absolutely great. It's always nice to see family, you guys. I haven't seen my family since December, November-ish, so yeah, it's been a while for me. But I wanted to, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers who have been subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it, you guys. I'm actually getting into my niche, and I'm starting to do a lot of reading on YouTube about, you know, what YouTube really is all about. So I'm investing into myself, so I would suggest you guys do the same thing if you are a small YouTuber coming up. But this is not about that, y'all. This is practically like a pregnancy update. I know a lot of people have been requesting, and what I mean by people is a lot of women, younger women, older women, have been requesting for me to kind of talk about my pregnancy update and stuff and kind of see where I'm at. So far everything is great. This video is just based upon what I wish I knew before I got pregnant. Now some of y'all gonna be like, well, if you wish you knew before you got pregnant, would that have changed circumstances? No. It's literally, you guys, it's literally just about me just going based off of experience, off of how other women have talked about pregnancy. But I kind of wish I would have dived in and really learned what pregnancy actually does to the body. In my own experience, my first time being pregnant, that was a traumatic experience. So if you have not seen that video about that story, about what happened to me in the hospital, I'll link it down in the description box below, so you guys can kind of click on it and kind of find out what happened to me in the hospital prior to my first pregnancy. That pregnancy, I did not go full term at all. My pregnancy was terminated early on into my pregnancy, and then that kind of made me a little bit scared to kind of get pregnant again. So, but here I am. So things I wish I would have known. First things first, I want to talk about like inside of my body. A lot of you guys might be aware of it, but you guys may not know. My mom has had fibroids growing up as a kid, and these are genetically given. What I've also learned is that I know that other races can get them, but I've also learned that predominantly Black women actually get these, and they're called fibroids. That kind of goes hand in hand and explains why growing up I was having so many, like, my menstrual cycle, you guys, was just so heavy. Like, it was so heavy. It was to the point where I had like nausea. It was like I was getting like a fever. There was times where I couldn't go to school. And some of you guys are aware of having those type of intense period cramps. So for me, you guys, if you are old enough, even if you're not old enough, I would say always be on top of going to the doctor. Always draw every 3 months, 6 months to a year. Always go get a physical, you guys. As women, we really have to focus on our body, and our body has ways of telling us things that are wrong that we think might be normal, and it may not be normal to us, but it may be normal to other people. So me being pregnant, having fibroids, it scared me a lot. And the only reason why it scared me a lot is because I've had somebody in my family that has had fibroids, and they had them really, really bad, and to the point where they were told that they weren't able to get pregnant or have kids. The issue with that is that people will also ask, well, why can't you just get them surgically removed? You can. Now, my doctor said you can get them surgically removed, but the issue with getting them surgically removed is that they do come back. So that lets you know right there, like, there's, even if you have them and you get them surgically removed, they can come back. So that was one of the things that I was aware of before I had got pregnant. And that was one of the things that kind of made me scared to get pregnant, is the fact that, yeah, I'm looking at a case of I have fibroids. I knew this in my last pregnancy, but I always tried to stay on top of it with going to the doctor and making sure that they didn't grow. Because the thing is that they can grow. And mine has grown since I've been pregnant. Before that, I don't believe that they have grown because my doctor didn't see any like fluctuation of them getting bigger or smaller. They kind of just stayed small. That also comes with like your diet. Certain things that you eat can make fibroids bigger, and then there's things that you can eat that can make them smaller. I did learn that as well. For those of you guys that want to know the definition, they can cause lower back pain, prolong your menstrual cycle for sure. They are non-cancerous, you guys. It grows in the uterus, that can develop during women's childbearing years. So if you don't have them now, there's a possibility that if you do get pregnant, you may or may not get them. Some women after pregnancy, they get them. And then there's people that are, before they get pregnant, they actually have them, so on and so forth. So the cause of fibroids isn't well understood. There's risk factors include a family history of fibroids, obesity causes it, or early onset of puberty. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Symptoms can include like heavy menstrual bleeding, prolonged periods, and pelvic pain. And in some cases, there are no symptoms at all. Me, I have no symptoms. I never had symptoms. I only had fibroid symptoms when I was on my period. That was kind of it. But that's one of the things that's kind of been, when I had went in for my ultrasound in the beginning of my pregnancy, my doctors did see that I did have two. They were growing. Well, they weren't growing, but they were small. And then later on in my pregnancy, as I kind of got a little bit bigger, they saw that they kind of grew a little bit. Now, the thing is with my pregnancy now is that I am at the 30-week mark. And the thing with my 30-week mark is that my child is bigger than what he's supposed to be. And for some doctors, they, well, I'm not going to say for some. Well, it depends on, who you go with, really. For me, you guys, I love my doctors. I have two doctors. It's a male and a woman. They keep a very good close eye on the growth of my fibroids and the growth of my son. Yeah, the growth of my son. I had to take a deep breath on that, you guys, because being 28 weeks and my son is measuring at 35 weeks. So the concern with my doctors is it's not affecting my son because he's a full-term baby now. Like, he's big. And so with him being big, they're not worried that the fibroids are doing anything to him. They just want to make sure that because my stomach is measuring bigger than the 28 week that I am, they want to make sure that my fibroids either got a little bit bigger or they got a little bit smaller. And they want to make sure that I'm in great health while trying to give birth to this little thing, my little boy. So yes, that's a lot, you guys. One of my fears right now is I'm embracing the pregnancy moment, but my fear right now is the fact that he is so big, a C-section, or pushing him out and I'm gonna get split. Some of you guys don't know what split means, and I'm gonna kind of explain that to you guys. It's when the baby's a little bit bigger, and right between where the vagina is and the butt, that's that little piece of meat that's like this, that's the part that they will split. And it's like a burning sensation and all these different other things. So that's one thing that I'm scared of. And then the other thing that I'm scared of is me having to get a C-section. So my sister-in-law has had a C-section, and the numbing that she has experienced, some of that numbing does not go away, you guys. Some of that numbing kind of like prevents her from feeling certain things, maybe in her lower back, maybe in her pelvic area, and it takes years for it to kind of go away. I'm the type of person, like, I want to feel when something's wrong. And the issue with that is that if I, because they give you all this anesthesia and all this different other stuff to kind of keep you sedated at the time that they are cutting you open or whatever the case may be, you get numb in those areas. So it takes a while for it to wear off. And then there's some women where they snap right out of it. Even with having an epidural for some women, it causes back pain, and for some women that it doesn't. So those are kind of like my fears right now with the updates on my pregnancy. Another thing too, you guys, that's really big for me right now is my mental health. being pregnant, you guys, it's like you want to be in the moment, but at the same time, your mind is kind of like not here, if that makes sense. It's like you're present, but then there's a part of you that feels unpresent. Some of you guys may know what that means. There's some women that can just get up and just be vibrant throughout their pregnancy. I was hoping that was going to be me. I am vibrant throughout my pregnancy. You know, my second trimester kicked in. I was floating, you guys. I was eating, I was drinking, I was being normal. I was just, you know, doing me, you know. But coming into that third trimester, your body just takes like a complete like wipeout. So that's kind of where I am right now. I am literally like in a wipeout stage. I don't have the energy to go all day, kind of like how I was in my second trimester. It's like I had a Red Bull. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely had a Red Bull. So with me, I'm just feeling more drained than I'm supposed to. People say like, make sure you're taking your vitamins, make sure you're eating right. You guys, I eat fruits and vegetables all the time. I try to get some outside air if I could. There are so many things that I do try to do to give myself energy. But again, because my child is so big and he's taking up a lot of my nutrients and a lot of my energy, I double the supply. But even though doubling my supply doesn't necessarily mean that I'm functioning better than I was before the double supply. So mental health takes a lot. So that's why I kind of be like, guys, just be a little bit patient with me, trying to get these videos out. I'm trying to hold myself accountable and be consistent in these moments and document these moments as I'm going through these moments. But some days, you guys, it is literally hard to get out of the bed. And then the other facts is that I'm in the process of getting ready to start packing. We're getting ready to move. Like there's just so many different layers on what's happening right now. Just trying to be mentally present for myself, trying to keep myself motivated, talking to friends, talking to family, just trying to like keep that extra energy going, that extra boost. The other thing too, you guys, with the mental health is some days you just don't feel, it's like, how can I put it? I don't want to make like scare anybody, but there's just some days where you're like, I just cannot do this anymore. And that's not a suicidal thought. That's just meaning like, I just want to get out of being pregnant. I want my body to feel normal because that's another thing I'm talking about. Besides the mental health of feeling mentally drained, like I'm just over being pregnant. It is a beautiful thing, you guys. Being pregnant is definitely a blessing. But what comes with that, you guys, is a lot of different changes that happen to your body so fast. So many minutes throughout the day, so many hours throughout the day, so many days out the week, so many days through the whole 9 to 10 months that you are carrying, and your body just genuinely gets exhausted. And you're just like, I don't want to just... He or she needs to come now. Like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to do this anymore. You could have a great partner, and guess what? It's still, you just want to get back to normal. You want to sleep a certain way. So I'm going to tap a little bit into that. Some people had asked me, like, how am I sleeping? You guys, my sleeping is BS at this point. I'm not even sleeping for me. I'm sleeping for my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally sleeping for my child. Me personally, I'm more of like a belly sleeper. Sometimes I can sleep on my back. Like, I'm restricted to do both of those things right now. My doctors told me absolutely no. For some women, they probably are still sleeping on their backs, and there probably are still some women that sleeps on their stomachs. Me personally, I cannot do that. I don't want to go against my doctor's orders because I don't want to put my child in danger of anything. With me having fibroids, with him being so big, and all these different other things that's going on, I just do what they say. Now, the issue that comes with that is I have really bad round ligament pain. My pelvic is opening up, which means that my cervix and stuff is starting to really prepare for him to start turning upside down, for him to kind of get in that position where he is ready to come. Sleeping on my side, you guys, I only have maybe 30-40 minutes to kind of get comfortable on my sides. After that, my sides start to ache. My sides ache so bad. Like right on your side where your hip is going down, no matter how crazy, like I tried to like prep myself for it, to try to like what's the word, get comfortable, use pillows, elevate myself. Like, no matter how much, you guys, I have tried to do that, it just does not work. It does not work. I look at the jacuzzi, I'm like, I want to get in, but I can't. They're like, warm baths is fine. Me personally, I'm a hot bath kind of girl. To me, warm baths, it just don't be hitting, right? It just don't hit. Like, my bath gotta be hot. I'm talking about superficial, you know, put a little Epsom salt, you know? But my husband does, like, he comes and, like, he massages my sides and stuff, and then maybe so I'll get, like, some good sleep that night, maybe. But it does relax me. So that's another thing. My pelvic starts to hurt. Sometimes, you guys, I get this, like, they call it lightning crouch. It's literally like a stabbing pain that goes into the vagina. Like, it just stabs you, like right in there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going through right now. It hurts. There's times, you guys, where my hips and stuff will lock up on me. There's a gnat in here, and he's really making me mad. He's really making me mad, damn it. I don't know. I have a lot of fruit, and every time I get fruit and I clean them well, the freaking gnats or fruit flies or whatever they call, they just come out of nowhere. I hate it. But yes, so yes, I get like lightning crouch. It hurts. Sometimes my legs, I get restless legs, and then it just feels like a bunch of knives are kind of stabbing my legs, y'all. It just really hurts. My back hurts. Sometimes the baby does affect my breathing. Like, he really does affect my breathing, you guys. Like, there's moments where I'm just like, he's like pressing up against my lungs. It's a lot, okay? Take that in consideration, you guys. Just always just know, you guys, just be very, very patient with yourself, because this is a delicate process. You can't be mad at the baby. You can't be mad at the change that's happening. You kind of can't be mad at it, because it's a blessing in disguise. Not even in disguise, like, it's just a blessing, period, to just go through the transformation. So keep those things in mind, you guys. Always stay hydrated. The goal is for me to drink 100 milliliters of water a day. Right now, I'm at like 80. So I'm about 20 off. You know, they say 64 ounces of water is really good. Let me show y'all my water, since y'all think I'm joking. It's not a joke, okay? Alright, that's not a joke. Like, I have to drink my Wawa, you know, I have to drink my water. So just so y'all know, I'm not joking. It's not a joke. So yeah, always take your vitamins, you guys. Starting out, it was so funny to me because my doctors, they didn't tell me, like, are you taking your prenatals? They waited till I got, like, in my second trimester, and they asked me. But I was smart enough to know I have to take prenatals. With taking my prenatals, I kind of went to Walmart, and I don't like the giant pills that they give us. Those are kind of hard to swallow. There's a lot of things that's hard to do when you're pregnant. Taking pills is one of them, especially your vitamins. So I got the little chewy ones. I think it has like folic acid in it or something like that, or the iron and all that other stuff. It has all that in there. So I take those. There's days where you forget to take them. For me personally, they just make me feel funny, and I've had told my doctor that multiple times. It just has high levels of stuff in it. But I do try to take those, but I also try to compromise in making sure that I'm eating the things that the baby needs that are nutritional. So that's another thing. Right. So yes, you guys, things that are just an ick right now to do: brush your teeth. Brushing my teeth is hard, and there's a lot of women that can definitely understand exactly what I'm talking about. Brushing teeth, y'all, is hard. When you start brushing your teeth, you start you could just be brushing right here, and you just be like you just start like, oh, don't even get me on the tongue, because then you're gonna really throw up. I literally throw up, because there's no way I'm not gonna have my tongue stinking and smelling any kind of way. So I always just be like, I'm just sorry, son, mommy gotta get this tongue. Like, I got my tongue scrubber. Like, there's just so many things that make you gag. Even women that, like, it's hard to drink water when you're pregnant. I'm sorry. I have been a water drinker all my life. I love water. I could get me a nice cold bottle of water, but it has to be cold. And people in the comments are gonna be like, cold water is not really good for you. I don't want to hear about that. I love me some cold water. When you're pregnant, it's hard to drink anything without ice. I'ma just be honest. Ice, for whatever reason, it just makes everything just taste so, like, you just like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you just want to drink it, you know? So drinking anything below cold is not, it doesn't give. I'm just gonna be honest, it doesn't give at all. So definitely a lot of water. Do the best you can, you guys. Put the soda down. And if you are going to have a soda, make sure you are following it up with water. Try not to give the baby too much caffeine. I don't know why I'm talking. So I kind of find like a improvise. So for a treat for the week, because the doctors will tell you not to have too much chocolate. They tell you not to have so much of certain things. There's reasons behind it. So with me, my treat would be either this week, I'm going to have me some chocolate candy. And then next week, I'll have me a good old soda or two. But to cut out the soda, I started buying the bubblies. And I love the bubblies, you guys. Like, I'm really like a bubbly girl now. Like, I love me some good bubbly. And if it's not bubbly, then I'm definitely drinking like ginger ale or Sprite. Because I need that little, bubbly has its flavor. Don't get me wrong, y'all. It got its flavor. But the other part of that is I need that little sweet kick with my soda. Just a little bit, just a little tiny bit. So, yeah. That's just me. Like, I just need that little bit of sweet kick sometimes. And that's okay. Like my doctor said, that's fine. But don't be drinking Pepsi every day. Don't drink Dr. Pepper every day. Don't drink them things every single day because they can have effect on the baby. And the water that the baby is in, they need that to, drink and all this different other stuff that they're doing. I remember one time we did an ultrasound. My son tried to play me. He already playing with me. Let me explain. So I went and I got my ultrasound done. And we had just ate before going to the ultrasound. Like, we had just had some, it was very nutritional. I'm nutritional. I try to be nutritional every day when it comes to him. But this day we was just extra. We had some cuties. We had oatmeal. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, my doctor would have been like, good job, No, we get in there. We get to the ultrasound. Boy, he's smacking his lips. He's sucking his fingers. I'm like, he's lying. Immediately, I looked at the ultrasound tech. I said, he's lying. She said, he looks like he's hungry. I said, he's lying. Okay? He's lying. It's been about 40, because it does take the food a little bit of time to kind of like digest, so they can eat. But it was like, I know the time when he's eating, When babies eat, they start moving. They start moving and grooving, y'all. They start moving and grooving. So that's how I knew he ate. But he tried to play me in front of them. I said, I see the type of person you just like your father. You just like your father. You feel me? You just like your father. Girl. I felt some type of way because I said, how he gonna play me? Another thing you should know when going to the doctor is every time you go, you're not gonna get an ultrasound. Okay? Let's just keep that clear. That hurt my feelings. Y'all could tell by the way I said that. I was just irritated, okay? I'm just irritated. And I understand, babies don't need to be under that, but dang, I want to see my child. Like, I want to see my baby. Like, what? You only get like maybe four ultrasounds the whole pregnancy, 4 or 5, maybe, if you tell them like, hey y'all, the secret is my baby ain't been moving. They'll call you in, you need to come in and do an ultrasound, see what's going on. You get there, your baby be moving, heart be pumping, everything be fine. But I just know nothing's wrong with this kid because this kid moves all day, every day. All day. Like, this kid moves in my sleep. He moves when I'm using the bathroom. He loves showers. I don't know. I think it's the vibration of the water on my belly. He moves all day. He moves so much, like, there's points where he's literally just like on my bladder, and I'm just like, I feel like I have to pee, but I don't have to pee. But Some people be like, well, maybe that's a UTI. No, I take my test. My doctor, you have no UTI. You don't have this. You don't have that. Blah, blah. I don't have any of that. He's just a big baby, and he's sitting where he wants to sit, and that's just that. And sometimes it's in a very uncomfortable place where I have to go use the bathroom. Does he care? No, he doesn't. So just so you know, your babies don't care. They're going to kick you whether you want them to or not. There's days where you get tired because the kicking, it starts stretching out the belly and it does hurt. Depending on how heavy your baby kicks, how hard they kick. Yeah, see, I've been kicked so hard, y'all, I almost wanted to cry. Yeah, there's times where I be feeling like he's standing up because of the feeling. Like, I feel like little feet tap dancing at the bottom, and then at the top, I just feel like he grooving or something. Like he be like turning up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he be doing, but he be doing him. So just know, if you are not a high risk mommy, sorry to say, you guys, high risk mommies, if you are high risk, if whatever reason happens, because you could be healthy and be high risk, you could be unhealthy and still have healthy pregnancy, or you could be unhealthy and have high risk pregnancy as well. But if you're not high risk, they're not going to take you every 2 weeks. When you are high risk, they expect to see you, if not weekly, every 2 weeks. And that's just to make sure that because you are high risk, that the baby is not in risk. You know what I'm saying? A risk to your health, a risk to the baby's health. And they just want to make sure you're okay. And most of the times when you are high risk, most women have to be bedbound. And that, unfortunately, that sucks for them. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of women, they have the energy to want to be active, but because of there's some development things that are happening within the body, they can't really be as active as they want to be, or it's certain things that they can't do because they are in a high risk scenario with being pregnant. Now, I've ran into women that they are high risk and they're still at work working, and I'm like looking at them like, ma'am, you gonna be okay? You high risk. Why you not at home with your feet up? You know, and that comes with whatever that comes with. I'm not sure. I haven't really did my research on high risk pregnancy, but yes. And sometimes when you are high risk, it is they will call it as like a, not saying that they will, it just depends. I've been in hospitals where I've had conversations with women and they're like, yeah, I'm high risk. They're considering it as a threatened miscarriage or something like that. There's something going on. Maybe the baby, the sac, like there's so many different elements that kind of go into that. So if you are not high risk, just know that you're not going to see your baby all the time. And sometimes that does get a little sad because you kind of want to see like them growing every week or every other week. You want to see, because you see your doctor every 4 weeks. Now I'm in my 2 week. I went from seeing a doctor every 4 weeks. Now I have to see him or her every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks up until we are due, which they are most likely considering that my child might come earlier. I keep saying my, but it's our child. But I say my because he in my body for right now. Yeah, husband. What you gonna do now? But yeah, so yes. So until he comes, that's just kind of what's gonna happen every 2 weeks. Now, here's the cheat code to wanting to see your child more so than often. They don't take Medi-Cal, just so you guys know, or any kind of insurance. You have to pay out of pocket. But if you Google ultrasound clinics, they will take you in and you're able to see your baby. They're also going to make sure that they are not going back to back on your, that they're not going back to back on the ultrasound so often, but they also want to make sure that they're not interfering with the doctor's dates of the actual ultrasound that you're going to do with the doctor. So just be prepared for that. But yeah, those do help a lot, especially when you just want to confirm something really quick and they're able to like take you in if they're not booked that day. Most of the times they're not that booked. They can like squeeze you in same day appointment. So we have done that before. We've done that in the beginning a few times, and it really just made me feel better until I was actually able to see and talk to my OBGYNs and talk to my primary care doctor and all these different other great things that are happening. Last but not least, you guys, there will be a shift in your skin. Your skin will either get really oily, it will get really dry. So just make sure you're moisturizing and taking really good care of your skin while you are pregnant. Your hair will either grow or fall out. It just depends on the pregnancy. Most women, they grow their hairs. Most women, they lose their hair. I had a traumatic loss of a lot of hair that has came out. of my hair before I got pregnant, and then when I got pregnant, I actually started seeing a lot of hair growth in my pregnancy. My hair has went from being shorter to a lot longer. I actually, when I had my miscarriage for the first time that I ever got pregnant, I had a patch right here on the side of my head, and it just looked like somebody yanked it out, but I literally lost it in the process of my last pregnancy that I had. And now that I'm pregnant now, it has grown back. So there's really some really great benefits. Your nails get longer. I actually got my nails done a couple of days ago, so you could actually say like almost a week. And underneath my short nails, my natural nails are starting to grow past the actual gel nail that I have. Yeah, so your nails grow. The last but not least, and I'm gonna leave it at this: if you are pregnant with a boy, just know that the testosterone in your body makes you grow hair like a man. I'm gonna leave it at that. My legs, you guys, and anybody that has ever lived with me or know how I am about hair on my body will literally tell you I don't like hair on my body. I shave or go get waxed. Point blank, period. Because waxing is not on the table as of right now, which we're gonna get to that as soon as he comes out and I'm healed. Okay, I'm going back. Okay, can't do this anymore. You just grow a traumatic amount of hair, y'all, and it's so stressful. Like, oh, my thighs hairy, my legs hairy, my knuckles, well, not so much my knuckles, but my toe knuckles, they get hairy. Your armpits, the hair just grows back. Vagina, pubic hairs, they just grow. Your booty hairs, everything just starts growing. It just be growing, y'all. Y'all think I'm joking? I swear to y'all, it just be growing, and I don't like it. Your mustache gets a little thicker. Your little sideburns, they just get full. I don't like it. Take all this hair, because I don't want it. Yeah, but that's parts of having kids. I don't know what it's like having a girl, because I don't have one. But I know with the boy, my attitude, I be acting like my husband. I'm a whole woman. I'm starting to act like him. I don't like it. Like, it's like our bodies kind of like switched. You feel me? Our bodies kind of like switched a little bit. Yeah. He more emotional on the attitude. I'm more of like a, come here, baby, don't feel that way. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like they be like, you need to grow some balls. I'll be like, in fact, I got 2 pairs. Don't play. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all. But yeah, overall, y'all, that is so far the experience that I'm having. I'm just a little bit drained now. Yes, I'm just a little bit more drained than usual. I'm so ready to knock these 2-week appointments out the way. I'm so ready to move into our new house. I am just like preparing myself as much as I can to not think about it. I have to start doing like leg exercises to kind of open up the pelvic more, soften the cervix more, just to kind of prepare myself, because my goal, y'all, is for him to slide out in 30 seconds. Am I dreaming? Maybe. I've seen it happen. Okay, I've seen it happen on YouTube. Okay, but yeah, that's my goal. But other than that, y'all, that is it. That's my update on what's happening with me. Let's see, congestion, you do get that. Nausea, nauseous, your nasal do get a little blocked up every now and again. Your nose always runs for whatever reason. Try to prevent getting sick as much as possible. Stay away from little kids and germs as much as possible, because when they come around, you get real sick. When you sick, you can't take no medicine when you're pregnant. And no, I have not taken no Tylenol, no nothing in my pregnancy. They do say you can take it, but the birth defects that it has on the baby, we finna thug it out. We gonna take these vitamins and we gonna drink this tea, and you gonna be happy. And we gonna drink a lot of water and try to eat a lot of fruit. That's all you really can do if you're like me and you're just cautious about just taking so much medicine or taking medicine while being pregnant. When your stomach is aching, Tums are your best friend. Some people it may work, some people it don't. For me, we locked in like tight skin. So yeah, you guys, but other than that, that is my pregnancy update. That's it. That's all I got free. That's all I got. But yeah, y'all, I just want to say thank y'all again for tuning in. If y'all have any questions or y'all want to leave some stuff in the comments for me to read up on, because I'm really like in my reading era right now, and I love that about me. That's something that I've had before. I had a knack for it, but I never really tapped into it. But reading, I find, is so therapeutic, and I love it. So yeah, just reading on the body and reading on pregnancy, what happens afterwards, preparation, and all that different other stuff, like, it's very intriguing. So yeah, but thank y'all for tuning in, and I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank you to the new subscribers that stick around. Thank y'all for liking my video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank y'all for keeping on them post notifications. Thank y'all for leaving comments. I've been seeing more comments under various videos of mine. We are almost at 100, you guys. Something happened with YouTube last night. That's nothing, but we gonna talk about it because I lost subscribers, but I also found out why. So it's okay. Sometimes bots, but we ain't gonna talk about it, okay? Hurt my feelings because I was right there. But it's okay. Okay. We like everything organic over here. So I'm not tripping. But yeah, y'all, if you are a first time mommy, make sure you are being very patient with yourself. Make sure that whoever you are deciding to have a baby with, that they are just as patient and just in tuned as you. You don't want to be left by yourself going through this experience, because it is definitely a beautiful experience. But at the same time, it's not something you want to do alone. Make sure you pray over your baby. Make sure you just always pray over your baby, pray over yourself, pray over your mental health, pray over your body. Because let me tell y'all, Lord, you're going to need it. You're going to need it. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to need it. Okay? But overall, I'm blessed. So I thank y'all for checking up on me. Thank y'all for sliding up on my posts. Thank y'all for cussing me out. Thank y'all for the ones that be understanding, like, bro, she's pregnant. Give her a little minute, I was supposed to drop a video yesterday. Technical difficulties with that, y'all. Just so much technology, boy. But other than that, I'm not about to hold y'all up anymore. Be sure to check out my next video, you guys. I hope y'all like it. Anyways, the videos that I need to finish editing, I'm learning some techniques on how to like incorporate like small clips from like Instagram and stuff like that. So just give me a little bit of time, y'all. Give me a little bit of time for that. Give me a little bit of time, please. Give me a little bit of time, and we will definitely be tapped in later. I will see y'all in the next video.